So here we are in this street outside of Otavalo, and we've had every time we come to Ecuador, there's something interesting that happens that just makes us realize we're not working in the States, and we have these difficulties to overcome. So this time what it is there's paras, which are roadblocks. And so what happens is the indigenous people come out and they basically sit in the road or they cover the road with large logs. So that's happening right now, and they use that as a form of protest. So what the indigenous groups are protesting now is the way that water is being delivered to their communities. It's always difficult to get the straight story, so we've been talking to so many people along the way trying to figure out what it is they're exactly protesting. And it seems like a lot of people don't actually know what they're protesting, but what they do know is that if they don't go to these roadblocks, the community leaders will cut off their water or fine them. So they're actually forced to go to these roadblocks even if they don't know what they're for. On a more official level, what they are for is the indigenous communities, most of them have power over their own water source, so they control their own water source, they make sure it's clean, and they distribute it as they see fit. The government is deciding that they want to have a bigger role in that, and so the government is trying to take over the control of the water supply to these indigenous communities. So it's causing a lot of tension. We're not exactly sure if that's entirely the correct story. We might be able to clear that up by the end of the trip and give you the full story. But from the various indigenous people we've talked to so far, that seems to be what's happening here outside of Otavalo. And it also might mean that we stay in Otavalo a few days longer because the road to Quito is also blocked. So we're just gonna have to see what happens.